Welcome. Today we will discuss connectionless and connection-oriented services. Connectionless and connection-oriented in computer network. Connectionless, a connectionless network service, also known as a datagram service. It is a communication model that transmits data without establishing a dedicated connection between the sender and receiver. Each packet of data is treated as an independent unit, and there is no guarantee of delivery order or reliability. The most common example of a connectionless service is the User Datagram Protocol, UDP. In a connectionless network, the sender sends a datagram, which is a self-contained unit of data, to the receiver without first establishing a dedicated connection. Each datagram is treated as an independent unit, and there is no guarantee that it will reach the receiver or that it will arrive in the correct order. This means that the receiver must be able to handle data that arrives out of order and must also handle the case when some data packets are lost. Advantages of connectionless. Simplicity. Connectionless services are simple to implement and do not require the overhead of establishing and maintaining a connection. Scalability. Connectionless services are more scalable than connection-oriented services as they do not require dedicated connections, freeing up network resources. Speed. Connectionless services are faster than connection-oriented services as they do not require the overhead of establishing a connection. Disadvantages of connectionless. Lack of reliability. There is no guarantee that the data will reach the receiver, or that it will arrive in the correct order. No flow control. There is no mechanism to regulate the flow of data, which can lead to network congestion and data loss. No error detection and correction. There is no mechanism for detecting and correcting errors in the data, which can lead to data corruption. Connection-oriented. A connection-oriented network service, also known as virtual circuit service. It is a communication model that establishes a dedicated connection between the sender and receiver before transmitting data. The connection is maintained for the duration of the communication session, ensuring that the data is transmitted in a reliable and orderly fashion. The most common example of a connection-oriented service is the Transmission Control Protocol, TCP. In a connection-oriented network, the sender and receiver establish a dedicated connection before transmitting data. The connection is maintained for the duration of the communication session, and the sender and receiver exchange data in a reliable and orderly fashion. The connection-oriented service provides flow control and error detection and correction mechanisms, ensuring that the data is transmitted reliably and accurately. Advantages of connection-oriented. Reliability. Connection-oriented services guarantee the delivery of data in a reliable and orderly fashion, ensuring that the data arrives at the receiver in the correct order. Quality of service, COS. Connection-oriented services provide a higher level of quality of service as they can prioritize and regulate the flow of data to ensure that it is delivered in a timely and efficient manner. Error detection and correction. Connection-oriented services provide mechanisms for detecting and correcting errors in the data, ensuring that the data is transmitted accurately. Disadvantages of connection-oriented. Overhead. The overhead of establishing and maintaining a connection can lead to decreased performance and reduced network efficiency. Scalability. Connection-oriented services are less scalable than connectionless services as they require dedicated connections, consuming network resources. In conclusion, both connectionless and connection-oriented services have their own advantages and disadvantages, and the choice of service depends on the specific requirements of the application. Connectionless services are ideal for applications that require fast and simple communication with low reliability requirements, such as streaming video or audio. Connection-oriented services, on the other hand, are better suited for applications that require reliable and accurate delivery of data, such as file transfers or email. In some cases, an application may use both connectionless and connection-oriented services to achieve the best results. For example, an application may use a connection-oriented service to establish a reliable connection, and then switch to a connectionless service to transmit data as quickly as possible. It is also worth noting that modern network protocols often use a hybrid approach, combining the best aspects of both connectionless and connection-oriented services to provide efficient and reliable communication. In summary, the choice between connectionless and connection-oriented services depends on the specific requirements of the application, and modern networks often use a hybrid approach to achieve the best results. Thanks for watching.